Hi, everyone. Just wanted to give you a heads up. I went ahead and started the recording because I didn't want to forget to record since this is a really short meeting, but covers some important topics, and I want to get the recording out to everyone who wasn't able to join on such short notice. But for those of you who are here, we really appreciate you making the time. I'll let some more folks in. Okay. So really, we just wanted to call this meeting. We've been, as I mentioned in the email, we have been in communication with TDH regarding some of the billing for the annual conference, particularly the charges that were made to our master account at TCCN from the hotel around the conference expenses and for speakers expenses and things like that. So we've gotten some clarity this week, and we've been busy preparing our plan of action. But we didn't want to just spring the email on you, without an opportunity to answer any questions you might have and explain the process, hopefully assuage any worries that you might have after reading the email. So I won't reread the email, but essentially the process is that we will be charging registration fees to the attendees of the conference. Excuse me. There are different levels depending on whether you attended the pre-conference, whether you stayed at the hotel or your stay was already covered. And Annabelle will go over those in a minute. But just to summarize the process, we've created invoices for each organization with the registration amounts and for which staff those belong to. We are going to go ahead and include those with your October invoices you already submitted so that you don't have to go in and edit your invoice and resend it or anything. And then we'll send you a copy for your records. We don't need the registration fees to be paid at this time. We're just invoicing them to you. And then once we receive payment from TDH for October and we issue that to you all, then the invoices will be due. So that's the process. There's no money coming out of your organization up front for the registration. It will be reimbursed through the grant. And if there's any concern about not having enough in your travel conference line item of your budget to cover those registration fees, we will work with you. We have a little extra funding in the grant from some contractors that we're no longer using. So we'll work with you to make sure that it gets covered and you can continue with your project plans that you had. So that's the general process. Annabelle can go over the levels of registration. And in the meantime, you can also, let us know if you have a question that you want to ask.
Can you see the screen that we have the pre-conference registration fee and the conference registration fee? Remember that we still have some like board members and speakers that from your organizations that will not be billed, of course, because the agreement was always that they would be covered by us. But the after multiple conversations with the Tennessee Department of Health, um, the format of the master account was not going to be reimbursed. So we needed to devise this registration fee schedule. So when you see here that it says locals, we have several people that, of course, did not stay at the hotel or that they were, local from that area or that the clinic already paid for the hotel stay. That's where you see that locals cost. In this case, was one particular group that was local and was only able to go one day. So, and that was the agreement from the beginning that they were not going to be able to attend the whole conference. So we decided to have that particular rate because essentially what we really want to do is to cover the actual cost. There's no, revenue coming in here. Is just to cover all the actual costs. But we made a distinction. You will see in each one of the invoices all the different names with the right amounts for each one of them. And pre-conference have a section in the invoice, conference have another section. So those that were not in the pre-conference will not even see that section in your invoices. The idea is to have everything clear, but like Mary said, we are not collecting that money at this moment. This is going to be included in our invoice to the state. And that will be when the funding comes in from the Tennessee Department of Health. You may see two different entries at that time, one for your regular bill, one for this one. And at that time is when that you will go ahead and make the payment. You will be receiving your invoices. If you see any errors on any of those, please let us know. Well, please let Mary know.
Thanks, Annabelle.
Mm-hmm.
So, any questions?
Hey, Mary and Annabelle, this is Kelly Maynor from Interfaith Health Clinic. And I just wondered, do you anticipate, or what date you anticipate the October payment being made so that we can keep our eyes peeled for that and get you paid in a timely way?
So I mean, I think we all know that the current rate of being reimbursed has been a little over 2 months. We just received reimbursement from TDH for July invoices and then submitted those payments. So you all should have received your July invoice payments. So, we're still waiting on August and September. We did have a meeting with TDH this week and they let us know, like, there's no issues with those invoices. They've been approved, they're uploading them, but there still is a little bit of a process before we receive a payment date. So as far as October's invoice, it will come after August and September's. I'm thinking realistically somewhere in January, hopefully, but we'll let you know when you receive the October payment as a reminder that we'll need that invoice paid then.
Great. Thank you very much. I just didn't want to forget to pay you. Thanks.
We won't let you forget. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry, we don't have a more, firm timeline. We're hoping as time goes on, the invoices will start to be paid more timely by the state. So that's the hope. Good question.
Mary, this is Deb. I haven't seen any payment.
For July?
No.
Okay. Thank you for letting us know. So we will follow up on that.
I'm checking right now.
Okay. I can tell. I could tell.
Would it normally come as a remittance from one of you that you would let us know payment has been deposited, as you usually do?
I need to send the remittance. It was just deposited. I think everyone got it on Wednesday. So I haven't sent the remittance yet, but it should have hit your bank on Wednesday.
Okay, then I can also check the bank. I didn't know to check the bank, so I can do that.
Apologies. So
okay.
we'll get those out. All right. Well, if there's not any more questions, we can close, and we'll send out this recording to everyone who wasn't able to attend. But if you have any further questions, as always, we're here. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.